Would you like access to the key standards that leading Australian private practice dietitians think are important to measure in practice? And in doing so, shape how these standards would be implemented nationally?
Hi, I'm Pete Clark and I'm an advanced APD with more than 16 years private practice experience. I'm undertaking my PhD looking at data standards and how we feasibly implement those in private practice.
So what have we done so far? We asked 26 leading Australian practice owners and private dietitians, as well as some senior experts on data management, questions on outcomes assessments. This group of thought leaders have more than 400 years practice experience and employ more than 130 dietitians nationally. They identified that collecting outcomes is difficult, but if done well, will enhance our ability to compare outcomes across the profession. Our thought leaders identified, then assessed 216 potential standards and reached a consensus that there were 45 business-related and 33 clinically related reporting standards that are most relevant to practice. Previously, a better understanding of reporting standards in general practice has resulted in changes to treatment guidelines and strengthened healthcare policy.
To test the feasibility of the reporting standards, I need your help. I'm looking for 50 dietitians to use the reporting standards and tell us how best to implement them.
So what do you need to do?
The first step is to read all 78 standards and tell us on a 4-point Likert scale how often you currently use them. Then we'd like you to use the standards over the next month in your normal clinical practice. And then at the end of that, we're going to ask another survey where we ask you to determine for us how feasible they are to implement.
You'll get a first-hand look at what our thought leaders believe are the important standards to implement across our practices. And over the next month, you'll get a chance to use those standards and then tell us how to best shape them so they can be used by thousands of our colleagues across the country. And finally, as a recognition of the time in completing 2 short surveys, we'll provide you a $50 gift card to spend on whatever you want.
If this sounds good to you and you want to participate, then forward me an email on the contact details on the screen. You may need to act quickly because we can only accept the first 50 participants. Study enrolment closes September 15.
By joining us, you'll help shape the roadmap forward for standardising the process of outcomes collection for the dietetic profession nationally. And in doing so, it should mean we're able to provide better outcomes for the clients that we see.
So thanks for participating, and I look forward to working with you on this exciting venture.